CompTIA-701. Here we're going to be going over allow and deny lists. They used to be referred to as white and black lists, but now we call them allow and deny lists. You're either allowing something or denying something. How does this work? Let's go ahead and find out. Let's log into PC10. You know the username, you know the password. What better way than to learn about something than to actually do it? Right, so what we're going to try to do is first is open up an application called regedit or registry editor. Right, everyone should not have access to this application because this can make root level, or since we're on Windows, it can make administrative level changes to our computer and the configurations on our computer. You can see we can open it now. Everyone shouldn't have access to this type of power. So let's close this up. We're going to open up Wireshark and we're going to start up the application identity service. Let's right click PowerShell and run it as administrator. Going to go ahead and start up this service. Alright, it's already been started on mine. If it's already started on yours, that is perfectly fine. We're going to minimize this and we're going to go to our local security policy. Let's go ahead and type this in. We're going to open this up. And from here, what we want to look at is the application control policies. That's going to be towards the bottom right here. I'm going to double click it. We see App Locker. App Locker is a tool that we can use to create allow and deny lists. So we're going to go to App Locker. Alright, cool. I double click App Locker. We can see executable rules. Let's go ahead and double click executable rules. We're going to right click inside of this nice open space and select create new rule. Alright, we're going to create a rule here. We're going to go to next. We want to create a deny rule. A deny rule. We're going to leave the user set to everyone. Right, so we're going to switch this to path. We want to deny a certain path. All right, we're going to deny a certain path. Let's go ahead and hit next. Well, before we hit next, let's see what this question is. What are the App Locker primary conditions for enforcing or triggering a rule? We see path, we see file hash, we see publisher. Let's go ahead and score that. Alright, now let's go to next. Let's go ahead and give the path that we want to deny. This is the path to the registry editor. Cool, let's go ahead and hit next. Do they want us to do anything over here? No, so we're going to hit next and create. Yes. Alright, cool. Now we're going to go back to PowerShell and we're going to force the new policy that we just created. We're going to update it. Once this is done, let's go ahead and try to open up registry editor one more time. We should not be able to open it. Right, but we need the policies to get updated first, right? The changes that we just made an App Locker, we need that to get updated throughout our system first. Once that is updated, we can go ahead and make those changes. I'm going to go ahead and track our progress here. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and go to the next section. Right, this might take a few seconds, a few minutes on your system. Just let it do its thing. All right, it is updating the policies. We just created a deny list. Well, we didn't create a deny list, but we created a deny action to deny people from accessing the registry editor. All right, this is taking a little bit longer than I expected it to take. Right, if we come back over here to local security policies, we can see that it is being denied, right? This registry editor is being denied for everyone. Alright, we're gonna head and let that run, let it do its thing. We will come back to it. So next, we're gonna control an application using hashes. So we're still logged into PC10. Let's go back into this to our local security policies. We're going to create a new rule. Let's right click over here. We're going to create a new rule. Let's go to next. We're going to select deny. We want to deny this for everyone. Go to next. This time we're going to do it based off of a hash. Hit next. Alright, now let's go ahead and browse files for the hashes. Alright, where are they stored? They're going to be on a C drive. Let's go to our C drive. I'm going to hit disk BC, go to C drive, go to program files, and we're going to go to Mozilla Firefox. Right after Firefox, we're going to select Firefox right here and select open. Alright, now we're back. It says, which of the following statements are true in regards to app locker rules? A hash rule denies execution if the file is renamed. A path rule denies execution if the file is moved to another directory. A hash rule denies execution if the file is moved to another directory. A path rule denies execution if the file is renamed. What does this say? A path rule simply denies the application from running based on the name and the location of the file. Alright, so a hash rule denies execution if it's the hash rule generates a hash of the file, so even if the file is renamed or moved, it will still not execute. So a hash rule denies execution if the file is renamed. Is this a hash rule? Yes. Okay, a path rule. What does a path rule do? A path rule simply denies the application from running based on the name and the location of the file. A path rule denies execution if the file is moved to another directory. A hash rule denies execution if the file is moved to another directory. A path rule denies execution if the file is renamed. Let's score, see if we got that right. Boom, good job. We're gonna go to next. Is this the name that they want us to give it? It doesn't look like they really care. So we have two new deny rules. Let's go back over here. This is taking a while to run. Oh, boom. Looks like it just wanted me to hit enter. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and run that update again. Alright, to update what we just did, the new rules we just did. Alright, this is updated as well. So let's try to open up the registry editor again. We're gonna go back to the search bar, type in regedit. Let's see if our rules are working. Boom, the app has been blocked by your system. Okay, cool. Let's try to open up Firefox. Boom, this app has been blocked by your system. Alright, you just created your own allow and deny list, right? We actually denied a few things, right? So we did that using App Locker, right? App Locker is a pretty cool tool that you can use to create an allowed list. You can use to create denied lists. And we just did it based off of an application called Registry Editor and Firefox. What type of app locker rule can be bypassed by renaming or moving an executable file? That's the path rule. The function being performed by app locker in this lab is generally known as blocklisting. What access control options are available to block a user's ability to execute an application within Windows natively? Remove the executable, NTFS, and app locker. Boom. Alright, what type of security control denies execution unless the process is explicitly authorized? That's going to be allowed in the approved list, right? It's going to deny anything that is not on the allowed list. It's going to deny anything that is not on the approved list. Boom, there we go. Up one more. Which of the following is a valid definition of blocklist? Prevents access to only pre-authorized accounts, generally allows execution. Triggers a recording of the event, denies execution unless the process is explicitly authorized, prevents access to only pre-authorized accounts, generally allows execution, but explicitly prohibits listed processes, denies execution. Boom, there we go. Alright y'all, that is it for this lab. If you've enjoyed this video, you learn how to deny things using App Locker. Please don't forget to smash that like button. Don't